checking in with the morning report. It's Friday, which means let's talk about my progress. Hello dearies, I'm LeFae. Welcome back to my backyard boho tent. It is Friday, July 3rd, which means it is time for my progress weigh-in check-in. If you missed my video last Friday, I did explain that I had decided Fridays would be my weigh-in day, my official weigh-in day, and I plan on sharing that with you every Friday. I also want to check in again with my goals. In my video, I don't know, a few videos back, I've only been back to this video thing for a couple of weeks, but a couple of videos back I talked about how the overall goal for me is to lose about 100 pounds. And technically a little bit more, but 100 pounds, that's what the ultimate goal is. However, I'm not putting any hard, fast like timeline or anything for me on that. However, I do have some smaller goals, and I wanted to refresh that a bit this week since I really am feeling awesome and I'm feeling like some real progress is being made, and I think it's very important to constantly check in with your goals. It's to keep you motivated, right? My first big goal is to be no more than 199 pounds by October 1st. Why October 1st? Because it's my birthday and I will be turning 35. I straight up refuse to be over 200 pounds officially going into my mid-30s. For me, that is not going to fly. So that is the only hard, fast, like weight deadline that I have for myself. For now. Things could very well change. 199 pounds by October 1st. Now the fun thing about that, hold on, iced coffee. The fun thing that I've done for myself that is attached to that 199 or less goal is I have built in a wee bit of a reward for that. And that reward is once I am into Wonderland, I get a new Fitbit. Earlier this week on Wednesday, I posted a weight loss like essentials toolkit. I'll link it right here for you. And in there I shared how the Fitbit is my number one thingamabobber. Look at this stuff. Sorry. Little Mermaid's in my head now. The Fitbit for me is my ultimate tool that keeps me going, keeps me motivated, helps me see progress and things like that. And I love it. However, it is a love-hate relationship because I feel like the battery life on this thing kind of sucks. It dies at like 75%. What's up with that? I've had it for a few years, and I'm not going to get into the discourse about planned obsolescence and all of that. Ugh. Anyway, this weight loss adventure that I'm on is the most super serial that it's ever been, and I was speaking to my husband about it because of course he's supporting me in all of that, and I said that I think that I am about to outgrow my Fitbit. And what I mean by outgrow, I'm not going to get bigger, I'm getting smaller. However, it's a little bit lacking on its features. This is the Fitbit Alta, and it is not the one that monitors heart rate. And it also doesn't monitor like flights of stairs, and it's not waterproof. So heart rate monitor, being able to monitor flights of stairs, not like flying, but flights of stairs, and being waterproof. Those are 3 things that I really, really wish my Fitbit would be able to track for me. Also, with the heart rate monitor, supposedly there's better sleep tracking. And we all should know that when you are in a weight loss adventure, a health journey, sleep is very, very important. Sleep and water and not being sedentary. Those are what are really important. And I really want to be able to more accurately get a more clear picture of my sleep patterns. So a new Fitbit attached to my Wonderland goal by October 1st. That is the first like big, that I have like, that goal is right in my crosshairs and I am just making a beeline for it. I'm so motivated for that. A few other little things that I do have as goals is walking a 5K this summer. Actually, I will be registering for it next week. I'm gonna register for it next week. And I've done this 5K before. It was 2 or 3 years ago. And yes, I said walk. I'm a walker. Running, it doesn't thrill me. Every now and then, if I'm feeling a little bit frisky, I'll jog a bit on the treadmill. But anything like long distance being anything more than like a football field, anything sustained when it comes to running, I get bored. When I'm running on the treadmill, which would be the easiest place to run, right? It's climate controlled, you have your water right there. It's so easy to run on a treadmill in the grand scheme of things. And I always stop, not because I feel like it's too hard, I'm just bored. Like, why am I running? What? So walking a 5K, that will be happening later this summer. And my husband's gonna join me on this one. I'm very excited. Again, remember, notes, always plan. Another thing for goals in general, there's no deadline on this one, but definitely building stamina. Now, I might lose a few of you here. LeFae. I know I'm going to lose a few of you. Please don't go anywhere. I promise it's okay. I wish I had a tinfoil hat. Boop. Building stamina is something that is just a forever thing, constantly thinking about, because I watch too many dystopian, post-apocalyptic, sci-fi type shows and movies, and it's always in the back of my head with its anxiety, and anxiety is a liar, I understand, but being able to bug out, I'm laughing because I say it out loud and I think it's so silly. Being able to bug out is something I want to know that I would be able to do. And yes, I know that would involve running. And what's going on in the neighborhood? Anyway, hello. Yes, running would be a part of bugging out and stamina, but I figure at that point, if I have a good baseline of stamina, adrenaline would get me through the running part, right? If you don't know what bugging out is, it's when there's like entire what? I haven't finished my coffee, can you tell? Bugging out is when there's an entire societal and governmental, excuse me, I'm talking about dystopia, an entire collapse of current state of culture, and you need to get the heck out of Dodge as fast as possible. Okay, I digress. Shade me in the section beyond the veil, tell me how silly I am, it's fine. Let's move on. In Wednesday's video, I said how I'm not really interested in like strength training and stuff like that. It's true, I'm not interested in that right at this moment. I do keep seeing a lot of people doing those Chloe Ting challenges, and I would be completely unfeeling if I didn't see those challenges and those results and not want to give it a bit of a shot myself. I know that I won't hate it. Strength training is something that I've done in the past, you know, push-ups, crunches, kind of like the basics, just, you know, your own body weight stuff, the stuff that Chloe Ting does. I don't want to do it this month. I don't know if I'm going to want to do it next month, but I do want to get myself to a place where doing a 2-week Chloe Ting shred or whatever it is, I want to get to that point before the end of summer. So it's kind of a goal, more of an intrigue. That's my goal recap. Okay, let's get into the juicy bits that everyone wants to know. When last we left our hero, she had just gotten over being sick during a pandemic, which thankfully had nothing to do with the current pandemic. And on Friday, June 25th, which was exactly a week ago, I weighed in. I said it was 216. I was rounding because I was sick and I was like, this weight's not real. I was actually 215.8 pounds, which is 97.9 kilos. That's what I weighed last Friday. This morning, I weighed 213.4 pounds or 96.8 kilos. So that is a loss of 2.4 pounds or 1.1 kilos. Do you remember last week I said that I didn't expect that weight loss to stick because I was sick, and that I expected to like gain a little loot and basically stay the same? Yeah. Woohoo! Saying these numbers, I honestly cannot remember the last time I was in the 210s. My son had to have been 2. I don't even know. I have been 230 to 260 for at least 5 years. I'm just like, it's working. It's actually happening. This is it. This is the time it's going to happen. I am a skinny legend. I feel like it. I'm feeling myself. Speaking of feeling myself, my Instagram, my socials, Instagram and FitBit, find me and interact with me every single day, because I do try to post more consistently on Instagram than FitBit. But yesterday, if you were following me on Instagram, I had found myself child-free. My son was staying the night at a very close friend's house. It's a family that we're kind of social distancing together. Both my son's an only, and his best friend wasn't only until a year ago. There's like an 11-year difference between my son's friend and the new little sibling. So they're 2 onlys, so we take each other's kids on vacation and stuff like that. So anyway, my son stayed the night at their house last night, and their house just happens to be across the street from me mom. And I was child-free yesterday morning, and I was bored. I had to take things back to the library, so I strapped on my walking backpack, put on my hat, and I hoofed it. I felt so good and so proud of myself. It was so fun. 6,000 steps, well before, it was like 10 a.m. by the time I got to my mom's house. It was fantastic. So follow me on Instagram for more Fri-YAY adventures. And I have talked your face off for a good 15 minutes. I will leave you here. I can't remember what my plan is for next week. I think I like posting a Wednesday video of like content, and then doing a progress report on Fridays. So I'm gonna try that out, see how that works. If you want to see, oh, next week it's going to be how your body doesn't want to change its job. That's, I just remembered. That's my next one. That's Wednesday's video. Why your body doesn't want to change its job. So if you're interested in finding out what I have to say about that, be sure to subscribe before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up if you're not realizing that LeFae is just a wackadoodle weirdo. And I will see you in the next ones. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. If you observe the 4th of July in America, I hope you have a safe and fun holiday. I will see you next week. Bye, dearies.